Hey guys, and welcome back to Grounds Family Farm. Today we're going to bring you along. We have a bit of a problem going on. We'll show you in a minute what's going on, but Abby is fixing to help me because I still can't lift anything. But she's going to help me grab our small dog crate and carry it around front, and then we've got to load an animal in it. I'll explain more in just a couple minutes once we get up there, but we just wanted to bring you along with us to see what's going on because we like to tell you the good and the bad because it is part of farm life. But we are about to head to the vet, so let's go get this done and we'll tell you about it. Okay, so before we go over there to show you what's going on, I figured I'd tell you a little bit about what's going on. Took a seat because I was a little bit tired. But so what is going on is that our painted desert sheep, the one that we got from the auction back in, I guess it was just last month, she started limping and holding one foot up, and one of her back legs was seeming a little bit swollen. So Kevin kind of doctored her a little bit and she started putting a little bit more weight on it. But then this morning, first thing, we went out there to check on everything and she was holding it up and not putting any weight on it at all, and it looks a little more swollen than it was. So I called the vet, and the earliest appointment they had was 4:45 this afternoon, which Kevin had to work, and I currently still can't drive. So I called a family member and they are going to help us and take us and our sweet little sheep over to the vet, and we are going to go ahead and get her seen. Nobody else in town does large animals, so that's the only thing, but they're really good, so I know they will take good care of her and we'll be able to figure out what is going on. We don't really know what's wrong. There were a couple of places on her leg that were like a little skinned, so I don't know if something tried to get her or what the situation might be, but either way, we're gonna make sure this precious little sweet animal is taken care of. And right now we're about to go over there. Abby's gonna load her in the crate for me. That way we can get her ready to go so that we can head to the vet. So stay tuned. Okay, so Abby is putting, yes, you're very strong. She is putting this crate right here. You can leave it open, it's not a big deal because we're gonna have to fill it up in a minute. What?
Does it matter if it's sideways?
No, it's fine because it's only gonna be for a minute anyway. But she is going to work smarter, not harder, and she's got it in her little red wagon. Hang on a minute, Abs. Can you grab that for me? I can't bend down to the ground, so anything that I drop, I'm kind of out of luck. Thankfully, the girls are extremely helpful. Okay, so we're out here in the goat and sheep pen, and I'm gonna show you now what the problem is. This little girl, you can see she's still not putting weight on it. Kevin put a nice healthy coat of blue coat on there just to keep everything off of it and to keep it from getting more messed up or anything. But you can tell it's really swollen today, so that's why I wanted to get it looked at sooner than later, just so that we can make sure that she's taken care of. She's still walking around, she's still eating and all that, she's just not bearing weight on it, and don't like that. Don't think that's a good thing. We really need her to be able to walk around. So we are fixing to get her loaded up in a crate and ready to go to the vet in just a little bit. Okay, so I had to take a phone call, so Little Miss Desert Sheep went on down further into the pen. So Abby went to get her.
Can't open the crate. No, Blizzard.
Okay, so Abby went on to get her. There she is. Let me show you this leg real quick. So this is what we're dealing with. Like I said, it has a blue coat on it, so it does look a little funny right now. But she's going to load her into the crate. Just make sure those legs are open.
Honey bun, just get in there, please. Just get in there.
Okay, there you go.
It's okay.
All right, she is loaded up. Like I said, we're in the little red wagon, so it's
Work smarter, not harder.
work smarter, not harder. You got it.
In a good direction.
And Rascal's thinking he's got to be part of everything, along with Blizzard. All right, dear. You ready to go?
Oh, I don't
All right, she'll be fine. Just slowly and carefully.
Okay, she's sitting now.
Yep, she's sitting now. So slowly and carefully, come on.
It's okay, sweetie pie. She's the sweetest thing ever.
Yep, she's sweet. Okay, come on. You can move a little faster now that you're on level. All right, guys, but we are fixing to get her out of this pen. I'm gonna have to have both hands. Okay, so now we got out of the fence and we're going to go take her and put her over by the vehicle. That way we can load her in just a second whenever family gets here to help us take her to the vet. And Abby is such a little trooper. Yep. You're so helpful. You really are.
And I'm not going too fast since she is still a baby.
Yep, she's still a baby. And it's kind of turned sideways, but it's okay. We're doing all right. But we will catch up with you guys whenever we know more about what's going on with our sweet little girl. All right, so we just got back from the vet. The girls had to leave really quickly because they're going to the last night of Vacation Bible School. But I wanted to give you an update on what they said and what they did. So he said, when we first got in there, he said it definitely looked infected. And he had to go shave it and look at it to see exactly what was going on with it. He said it probably was some sort of a bite, which we had kind of maybe wondered if it was like a snake bite or something whenever it first happened, just because of the way it looked. He said it's not out of the realm of possibility. But he said that he had to go in there and clean it up really good. He did have to do a little bit of work on it to get all the yucky stuff out of there because it was abscessed. And so he cleaned it out really, really good. And he gave her some antibiotics and some other stuff to try to make her feel better. But then he said we are going to have to do a repeat follow-up in about a week and a half. He gave me instructions on how to take care of it at home. So I'll be passing those on to Kevin. But in 48 hours, we can unwrap it because he's got it wrapped up right now. And then we have to start flushing it daily with just some regular water for like 10 minutes at a time. And after that time, then he said we've got some stuff to put in it, and just to keep it clean and dry and to keep her in a clean and dry area. So she will not be back out with the other sheep for a little bit. And he said it may take up to like 3 or 4 weeks for it to really truly heal. But he said sheep are very resilient, and he said she's definitely doing awesome. So he said he thinks she will be just fine. Also, as a side note, they're amazing up there. They're really, really sweet and great with animals, and always really sweet to our kids too when they go. Okay, so now I'm gonna let you see her, see what they did, see how she's got it all bandaged and everything. But since Kevin is at work, I had his mom, who was the one who took us, I had her bring her into this area where it is dry, it is clean. It's not gonna rain the rest of the day from the forecast that I've seen, but this is where she's gonna be for the moment because we've got food and water close to her, and she seems okay right now. But let me let you see how she's doing. Hey, darling. Hey, baby. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that. And if you'll see, he's got that leg all bandaged up now. He did have to do quite a bit of work on there. But she is the sweetest, most docile little thing. She's just chilling right here. I've got the crate open so that she can get out when she wants to. She's been eating the grass right beside it, so yeah, she's pretty content right here. Like I said, there's water less than 5 feet from her. She can get in and out if she wants to. He said she'll probably still try to walk on that. He said she'll just walk really stiff-legged on that leg for the time being because it is bandaged up so tight. But he said that'll keep it from putting too much stress on her tendons and stuff for a couple days until it starts to heal. But yep, so this is how she's doing right now, and we will keep you updated on how she's progressing. But for now for now, all we know is that we're glad we took her in. Because we tried to get her in as soon as we noticed that there was an issue. And yeah, sweet baby. Sweet, sweet baby. Feel so bad that she's having to go through that. Okay, before we leave her, I just had to show you. She is up on that leg. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get her out of the crate because she is using the bathroom a little bit. That way I can keep that foot a little more dry. But yeah, she is up and she is moving. She's getting some of that grass that's a little bit further away from her. So she's doing really good. Hey guys, so I figured I would bring you down here and kind of give you an update on the high tunnel, tell you what we're dealing with, what we're working on, or what they're working on, not me right now. But kind of how things are going to look for the garden this year. I know it's super late. I know we're behind, but it's going to be okay. But I just wanted to show you what's going on in here and just let you see. Okay, so we've had a couple of problems. First problem, back up and let you see this. I was telling you the other day about how much rain we've had. We've also had wind with some of these storms. And look at that. It is ridiculous, the amount of wind we had. And we've had this high tunnel up with no issues from the wind or anything for a very long time. But this particular windstorm was awful. It completely ripped this section of the high tunnel off. We're honestly not going to replace it right this minute. What we're planning to do is wait till the fall to replace the whole top, because we'll have to do the whole section of it. Replace it in the fall, but this summer we do have a way for shade, because we have a huge shade cloth that goes all the way across. We take it off in the winter because when it snows, it holds all of that snow on there, and we've been afraid that the snow was going to rip it. We didn't know that, huge windstorm was going to just tear it completely apart. I mean, it is what it is, and we just roll with the punches, but we'll be able to still put the shade cloth over the top, and it's gonna be fine. Keep the sun off, the plants when they're not needing that much heat. But it'll be fine. Like I said, we'll replace it in the fall, and I'll be more able to help with everything in the fall too. So that's a good thing. We'll know soon, what kind of restrictions are being lifted and all that too. So hopefully I'll be able to actually get out in the garden and do some stuff this year. But I was going to show you kind of what else is going on in the high tunnel. It's a mess right now. Just going to say it. We had grand plans of getting this planted. Around the time I had surgery, he was going to work on it after all that. I mean, plans change, things happen. But let's see. This is where the garlic is. It got hot really, really fast this year. Like so fast. It just feels like faster than usual, because one day it was cool, the next day it was burning hot. So what we have over here is this garlic's kind of gone to seed. He is, with probably this weekend, going to be digging this and going to go and harvest everything. I mean, you can see we've got lots down through here. He's going to dig that and pull up all the drip tape. That way he can actually get in here with the tractor. He's going to get everything tilled up, worked up. As you can see right here, these tall ones, that is Johnson grass. We probably still will have a weed problem this year, kind of like we did last year, but we are going to do things a lot differently as we plant. We're doing things differently in general this year. But as we plant our plants, we're going to go ahead and mulch each row. Instead of waiting and trying to do it all at once, which is, it's pretty overwhelming if you have to mulch the whole thing because, I mean, it does get hot in here. I mean, we have the curtains down right now on the sides to kind of help cool it and all that, but it still does get really hot in here, and it's overwhelming to have to mulch everything all at once. But if we mulch it row by row, it'll be a lot easier. We can bring the tractor in with the mulch and all that, so it's going to be fine. But what we are planning to do this year, differently than what we have in years past. Years past, we focused on, planting more, just huge quantities of crops, and focused on putting up, but also, selling. This year, our main focus is going to be planting the things that we want for us in this high tunnel, because it is the easiest to kind of keep the weeds at bay. We can control the water and all that with the drip tape. It's just bug on me or something. But it's going to be a lot easier to handle, because some of our areas where we do plant, we have the Johnson grass, we have the other weeds and everything, and it's a lot harder to get that under control as compared to in here, where we can control the environment a little bit better. So we're not going to go crazy. Usually we go crazy and plant, 4 or 5 rows of tomatoes, and 2 or 3 rows of peppers, and then a row of cucumbers, like a whole row of cucumbers, which you can see that's really a lot. That's why I put up, I don't know how many dozen jars of pickles one year, because I just had an overflow and I kept making pickles. But we're going to focus on smaller quantities for us, and if we have extra, then we will sell it at the farmer's market. But that way we get to preserve what we need for our family, put it up, and don't have to worry about, just being overwhelmed with everything. Plus, with me still recovering, I still will have to be careful and cautious no matter if there's a restriction or not, because I need to just make sure I'm only working within, my body's limits. But I think this will be a lot more manageable, even though it is late and we are just now about to start getting it worked up and planted. It's still going to be okay, because sometimes, even in years past when things have been late for us, planting for one reason or another, because this is not the first time this has happened, we've still had a good harvest. We've still been able to grow a lot of tomatoes and everything. And then sometimes those years have been our most fruitful. We start getting tomatoes when it's a little bit cooler or whatever. And a lot of times that's our most successful time at farmer's market as well, because everybody else's tomato production is winding down and ours is ramping up. So I don't know. Like I said, we aren't as focused on that this year, but we still plan to sell some at farmer's market if we do have extra. That'll benefit our community, benefit us financially, all that good stuff. But we're planning on, in here, we want to do a little bit of everything that we enjoy, that we like to put up. And I'm excited because since it is a little bit later, I should be able to actually can some things myself and preserve some things myself, because if we were already getting stuff right now, I would not be able to do that. So it'll work out. It always works out. It'll be fine. Things happen, and it is what it is. But we're excited about this. Ready to get this going. And yeah, Kevin has been trying to get to this project, but with so many other things, surgery, just other things that have come up, we just haven't been able to get out here. I'll be out here providing moral support as he gets things ready, and I can do a little bit, just not what it takes to, get this ready, but it'll be fine. And the girls will be an amazing help, I know, because they always are. These girls have stepped it up so much since I've been down and unable to do so much. So this is the next major project. But yeah, actually doesn't feel too bad out here right now, but sometimes it does get pretty hot. But yeah, honestly, even though this looks really, really rough right now, it's not near as bad as it seems, because once he gets the once he gets the tractor in here and starts tilling it up and everything, gets rid of these weeds, it's not going to be too bad. Oh, the other thing that we were doing with this space for a little while was he was storing our big bags of feed in here for all of our animals. And we, at one time, had several pallets of feed in here. Like this. This one's an old one. Oh, well, no. Still got some in the bottom. Okay. He just filled up feed barrels recently, so I wasn't sure. But, yeah, we had several pallets stacked through here. And with these big doors and everything, he's able to get in and out with the tractor, so it's great. He can just pick up a pallet, go over there, fill up the barrels, you know, that's all good. So he's going to be positioning these a little bit differently so he can still get in here and we can still get in here to do the garden and have all the space that we need for that. But gardening is one of our family's favorite things to do together. The girls like planting and they absolutely love harvesting. Izzy will come out here and eat cherry tomatoes straight off the vine. She absolutely loves to do that. And Abby's not a big tomato person, but she'll come out here and she loves to pick, and she likes to make it a game or a race to see who can pick the most, who can pick it the fastest, all that good stuff. All right, guys, I guess that about wraps it up for me today. I just wanted to give you an update on what all we were doing and dealing with. And then also come down here and give you a little bit of a tour of the greenhouse, high tunnel, just because haven't done that in a while, and I know a lot of you have been asking about our garden and how things are going. Like I said, they're going slow, but I mean, that's okay. That's okay. This year has been a little bit about taking a step back, and we've changed priorities a little bit, changed up what was going, but that's okay. I mean, that's okay. God's in control, and with my surgery and everything, it has been a big blessing, and you know, everything works out the way it's supposed to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And we will catch you next time at Grounds Family Farm. Bye, guys.